Hey everyone, Andrew here. So this is the kind of video that I didn't want to have to make, but I'm making it because I feel like it needs to be said. So I'm sure if you watched my Hotel Barcelona video, you probably decided to go check it out on Steam or whatever platform you're on. And sadly, if you were on Steam, you probably noticed that it's sitting at a mixed review, 55%, 140 reviews though, so there's not that many. It's still very much a niche release from Suda51 and SWERY. Basically what's happened here is you got complaints, and many of these negative reviews are about the use of generative AI. Now, I want to go ahead and say, and preface this with, I don't think generative AI should be used for final products. It's not bad for prototyping. I think it is definitely a tool that you should use for prototyping, but I would never, ever put it in a final product. And Steam has things that are basically, against this kind of usage. But the thing is, if you look into what this is, what's actually happening here, I'll pull up the official statement while I'm talking about it. It's not really as bad as it seems. So I know you're probably angry at me right now for saying this, but what we have here, I don't think should basically receive this level of backlash. Basically, they used a service for these little side VHS tapes, and in the little side VHS tapes, the characters are voiced with text-to-speech, which, that's not too crazy. They love this kind of stuff in their games all the time. JJ Macfield just had really weird, janky voice acting in some parts as well, just to be creepy and weird and fun. The VHS tapes from a New Game Plus that they're talking about in this a little bit used a text-to-speech service. They wrote the script. There's no AI script writing here. Like, they wrote the script, they input it into the text-to-speech program, and then they paid voice actors for their voices to use with this tool. So no one lost their jobs here over this voice acting thing. Like, literally, they paid people money to use their voices as text-to-speech for the fun of it. Like, I don't believe this was done like maliciously. I think they did it to be a stylistic thing, and well, people don't like that, I guess. So there's a lot of review bombing on this game over the use of generative AI, when really it's just text-to-speech, which, I look back at a game like Faith, which is one of my favorite indie horror games, that uses text-to-speech. No one cared about that. There's so many indie horror games that use text-to-speech. But big thing here is that they paid the voice actors for their voices, so it's not like they cheated anyone out of work, right? So I don't view this as unethical in the slightest, because it's not true. It's not a true generative AI. If it was a true generative AI, it would have created the lines, dialogue, and everything off the bat. It's literally just text-to-speech using voices that they paid for. They can't stress that enough. The actors were paid. Outside of that, these VHS tapes, it's for like a fake video company or whatever. They're just dumb fun. They really are. They no impact on the main game, legitimately. But the Red Tree Entertainment logo in the VHS tapes was partially edited in Adobe Photoshop using the Adobe Photoshop generative AI tool. Now, bringing you back to me because I want to make eye contact with you when I say this. The logo was made by the artist. AI did not make the logo. The artist used a tool in their software that the company, paid for to use for 2D art in this game, and they used a tool in that program to make edits to a logo that the artist made. Yes, it was generative AI, but generative AI didn't make the logo. It just made edits to the logo to capture a vibe they were looking for with these VHS tapes. That maybe they wanted to make a few different versions just to see what it would look like, and they landed on one they liked, and it just so happened to be one they edited with AI in Adobe Photoshop. So that using the tools they were provided with, they made that logo. And I don't view that as unethical, personally, because an artist still made that logo. He still got paid to make that logo, and he chose to make the edits with an official Adobe Photoshop tool. They say right here as well that the VHS tape segments, none of the actual film footage is AI generated. It was all purchased stock footage because, again, it's meant to be dumb fun. And SWERY himself apparently manually edited and created most of these a few years ago. So I just wanted to make this because I think people are being silly. I think this is getting out of hand. The game should not be negatively review bombed like this over something that is totally inconsequential to the final product, because there's no AI usage in the game whatsoever. Like, it's silly to me that we've hit this point, you know, where once one person cries wolf on AI, the entire community just shuts down and slams something like this into the ground, potentially killing this game's chance at any form of life on Steam. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I feel bad that, you know, Cult Games published this and that SWERY and Suda51 finally got a collaboration together, and I really like the game. I think it's a game where you have to get good, and I've seen some reviews where people clearly have not gotten good, but I like that. And it just sucks that the dumb fun thing SWERY decided to do as a side project inside of the game that has no, like, you literally, you could play the game and not encounter these things, right? Like, it's just frustrating. I hate to see it, and I really hope that we as a gaming community can, you know, look at this and go, okay, you know, people were paid, no one lost their job, and move on, and maybe go check the game out, because it is good. It's a very, very complete and interesting package, for sure, and they are updating the game to be better pretty much, you know, every few days or so there's been a patch that's improved the game. And I guess important thing to note here is that they do state they are going to be removing these text-to-speech voices and the logo. So what's probably going to happen is they're just going to find voice actors that are either similar to the voice actors they already paid, or maybe track down the voice actors they already paid, give them a little more money and have them do the lines. Or, you know, if you're looking for a cheap voice actor, I'm always willing and able and ready to lend my voice to projects. I've done a few in the past for a few college projects for some short films, and I wouldn't mind helping out. If I'm being honest, I think I would cry if I knew I worked on a project that was touched by Suda51 or SWERY. Like, genuinely, it'd be a dream come true. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And then, of course, the logo. It's probably just gonna be remade. If I'm being honest, I don't see them like going crazy on that. I think they're just gonna remake it, you know, from scratch. But anyways, yeah, I just kind of want to make this, you know, little in defense of Hotel Barcelona video, because I think this is a shame, and I think it's very stupid that the community has basically killed this game on arrival over something that is completely optional because one person cried wolf. And yeah, again, everybody got paid. No one lost a job. The text-to-speech, it was a service. They paid voice actors to use their voices. So literally, they basically hired these people to be text-to-speech voices. I can't stress that enough. I think this is being blown way out of proportion. And yeah, I hate making this video, but I feel obligated to do so because it just kind of blows me away that we've just hit this point. But anyways, there is more actual gaming content to come. I just got back from vacation, and I'd been sitting on this thought pretty much for the last week, since October 1st, pretty much. It's been a lot of this last week. As you know, I had my birthday a couple days ago, so I'm now 30. Thank you for any potential birthday wishes. But yeah, I wanted to make this little short video, kind of get it out there and talk about it, because I think the community has really blown this out of proportion and have potentially killed this game before it really had any chance to truly grow. And if you're interested in it, I still recommend you look into it. It's a fantastic roguelite, really fun combat overall. And I just think it's a shame, you know, that we're here right now having this conversation. But hey, maybe after they remove it, people will change their reviews to positive and come back and play it, because a lot of the people who left negative reviews didn't really put any time into it at all. And the complaints that they had outside of generative AI were complaints that get resolved as you upgrade your character. But that's besides the point. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I will see you next time. By next time, I mean I'm literally about to go and make another video for some games. So see y'all then.